Hi guys, you join me in session down at Syndic Water down in St Ives. And what can I say? What a place this is. Simply breathtaking. It's like the lake that time forgot. If you like big, wild, overgrown waters, stunning, beautiful fish, paddling through the wet stuff, fighting your way through the undergrowth, then this is a place for you. I can't praise it enough. Love this place. This is my first season on here, and I've already done a couple of trips already this year. First trip was down to Lagoon. I wanted to fish Lagoon first time I came down here, just because I read so much about it in the past. Unbelievable water, famed for the fat lady, sadly no longer with us, but in its heyday that fish went over £60. Unbelievable fish that was. Still some amazing fish in there, beautiful water. I will be fishing it from time to time. It's common in there I'd love to catch, but this is my cup of tea. This is what I'm about. Big wild waters, big beautiful fish. It's, you know, I wish I'd done it years ago. All I can say to you, if you're ever thinking about fishing the water for certain fish or for historic value or for whatever reason, just do it. I always made excuses, oh it's too far, you know, as you do, but nowhere's too far really. Just get out there and do it, life's too short. I wish I'd done it years ago. You know, I have been lucky in my angling. I fished some great local waters, farm ponds, estate lakes, meres, caught some amazing fish over the years. I have fished some gravel pits as well. I mean, I fished Bradley's many years ago when I was catching 30s, way back when. But you know, fished linear, had cut tail out of Manor Farm, back when it was one of the most sought after fish in the country. Even up to recent times, you know, I've had cover fish out of Hardwick Smiths, and that's not fish that comes out every day. I have been very lucky in my angling really. But this place is something else. Proper carp fishing. I can't ever see me giving this ticket up. Every top angler in the country's fished here at some point. It's just one of them waters. It just gets under your skin, and I simply love the place. It's just unbelievable. Can't wait to catch that first fish and get it on the bank, but you know, maybe this session, maybe not. I'm not in no rush. It'll happen when it happens. It's just taking in the atmosphere of this place. It's simply breathtaking. That's a quick rundown of my angling at the moment, and bring you up to date with everything that's happening later on. But at the moment I'm going to get the rods out, get the bivvy up and get sorted and get on with the session and just relax and enjoy this place. Cheers guys. Right guys, I'll take you for a little look at my swim. To get to my swim, I've got to paddle through a fair bit of water, but it's a bit of a heaven, this place. Going up the spit now. Nice wild fish in this. Some absolute monsters in here as well. There's my barrow. It's down there. On a little bit of dry land. Then we go back into the water. I have to carry all my kit from the bank back up there, all the way up here to this bit. It's these little spots like this that can pay off and make all the difference. Putting that little bit of extra effort in, and it's very nice and quiet. You're going to get disturbed by many people fishing swims like this. Just coming up to the only bit of dry land I can get a bivvy on. a bivvy. There's one rod there, fishing out into big fjords. Them trees out there in the middle of the lake are growing on a bar, and I've got a rod just this side of them trees. And this is big fjords out in front of here. Beautiful. We go across. We've got two rods then out into meadow. Fishing out there onto a nice clear spot. You don't like getting wet. It's not a great swim, but most of it is waders, but it's beautiful. Proper dedicated carp fishing this. There's no bark swims here. Nothing's maintained, pruned or cut. Proper wild. Big pit fishing. A little bit further up the spit. Used to be two separate lakes at one point. Meadow to the right, big fjords to the left. The little fjords is a bit further across, and then snake pit behind. But bank erosion over the years has joined all these lakes together, so it's all about location, putting in the effort and the work rate. A lot of walking, paddling through wet stuff like this, fighting your way through the undergrowth. But that to me is just pure heaven. Absolutely amazing. And some of the fish in here are big, beautiful, well earned. Looking at a handful of fish a season really. Proper carp fishing. Don't get many waters like this anymore. Really is one of the St. Ives gems. Love this place. Well worth the 3.5 hour drive to get here. Fish it forever, to be fair. It's one of them waters you just never get bored of it. Never catch all the fish. Meadow here to my right. Big old slab of water this is. And as we get to the end of the spit, this is where the bank erosion occurred. And meadow broke into big fjords. This is how the fish get from one side to the other, straight through this big gap here. Meadow out there. As you come around, this is big fjords. Back of big fjords you've got snake pit, and then over that way you've got little fjords. About 120 acres in total. Pure heaven. What a place. Unbelievable. That's a little look. My swim. Well, good morning guys. After the 3.5 hour drive to get here yesterday, got the rods out, got everything sorted and pretty much got my head down. I had an early night. I was up early this morning, just at first light, to see if I could spot any fish because there's no action. And I did see a couple show on the big Fjords side. Left of my spot, I believe they're on top of the bar where I'm fishing at the base of the bar. So I'm going to wait until bite time is over. I'm going to investigate that a little bit and I'll be putting a rod on top of the bar. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow morning it may pay off. It may not, but that's how the session's going at the moment. I'll give you a little look at each swim and where I put the rods and my thought behind it and thought process. I'll do that now in a minute. But for now, I'll keep plodding, keep trying, and just keep enjoying this wonderful place. Cheers guys. Right guys, I'll give you a little look at my swim and the spots I've chosen and my thoughts behind that really. So we'll just enter the water now. Obviously here I'm going to fish in the water because you'd never get your rods out. You get out in the water to cast, land the fish. A lot of wader work, but brilliant. Anyway, we're in a swim now. This is meadow side of the point that I'm on, the little spit. And I don't know if you can pick it up on a camera, but there's a buoy out there in the distance and I'm just to the left of that. I have plumbed it roughly but not too accurately. It's about 11-12 feet of water and I've just found a spot in between a lot of weed, nice and clear, and that's the reason I picked that spot really. So I've got two rods out there, got a boiling pellet over the top, and just hope something, I'm on the end of the wind, so hopefully something will come in and we might get a fish from there. We'll just quick look around meadow. Stunning place. So as we go back to shore, wade back in. Out the water there, and you've got the bivvy there, and this side you've got big Fjords. Totally different water this. Lots of snags, little islands, bars, intimate, lovely little water. Compared to next door, which is big open pit. So basically, you've got a bar out there which them trees are growing out of, and I was put a rod just beside the bar. It's in about, again, 11-12 foot of water. It's very clean at the bottom, very smooth. Feels like it's been fed on. It's absolutely polished. But this morning, because I did last night, nothing occurred. But this morning I've seen a couple of fish show out by them snags out there. So after a little bit more investigation, I found the top of the bar, and the top of the bar's in about 6 foot of water, so you go from 12 up to 6. So now I've got a rod on top of that bar, especially in its hot conditions, just hoping that that is the place, and tomorrow morning maybe I might get a fish. I have seen a few fish out here today cruising around the top. Saw a couple show out there on that bar this morning, then I saw out in them far snags over there, I saw an absolute unit come out there this morning. It's 40 pound plus all day. It was a big fish. So you never know, got to be in it to win it, as they say. But that's a little look at my spots and my thought process behind it. That is the key on here, location and then picking the right spots. You get that right and you've always got a chance of catching fish. I mean, it's a relatively low stock in here. It's not an easy water, a handful of fish a season and I'll be very happy. But there is some big beautiful fish that are worth catching. There you are guys, that's a little look at my swim and what I'm doing at the moment. Keeping my eyes peeled. If I have to move I will move, but at the moment I've seen fish out in front of this side at least, so I'm in with a shout. I'm in an area where there are fish, so there we are, back on dry land. Cheers guys, catch you guys later. Evening guys, rods are out, bait on top of them. All we can do is sit, wait and hope. There's views like this, that's why I do it. I think it's why most of us do it. We're in witching hour now, where you're hoping the silence is going to be broken by an alarm at any time. From now until mid-morning, there's always that possibility. Unbelievable. Look at that view. Well, unless anything else occurs between now and the morning, catch up with you guys in the morning. Until then, it's goodbye from me. Cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. Just a little update of how the session is panning out really. I've had a move. I got up this morning and in big fjords there's a set of snags just down the bank from where I am. The fish were shown in there and out in open water. Quite a few fish as well, so I had no option but to move. I had seen a couple of fish there yesterday but they were right in the snags. So I contemplated a move but decided to stay where I was last night. But after this morning I didn't have an option really. It was a monumental effort to get from that spit. Had to wade all my gear back down the spit, through all the water, and then fight my way up the path up to this spot. But I'm here now, got the rods out, and hopefully will be rewarded for my efforts. Waters like this, you've got to put that effort in. You haven't got a choice. The fish won't come to you. You've got to find the fish and fish where they are. You've got to be active, you've got to travel light. If you don't put the effort in, you won't get much out of it. The old saying goes, the more you put in, the more you get out, and it's totally true. It's, you know, the guys that do all the legwork, make all the effort, will catch the lion's share of the fish. So I'll give you a little look at the footage in a minute of the new swim and where I've moved to. Basically there's a bar out there, some snags on it, and it's in probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 foot water. I haven't plumbed it because I didn't want to disturb the water because the fish were already here. But if you come off that bar you're probably dropping into sort of 12 foot of water again, and there's some old dying rotting kind of weed on the bottom and it's not very nice. But I'm up on that bar, which is pretty much where I saw the fish showing this morning, and yeah, things are looking good. The weather's going to change tonight, bit of rain coming in, bit of low pressure, winds blowing southwesterly now, straight in my face, brilliant. So every chance. So I'll let you guys know how things go a bit later on. I'm not expecting anything until tomorrow morning, but until then, unless anything else happens, catch you guys later. Cheers guys. Right guys, I've moved, so I'm just going to show you where I've moved to. I was fishing up that spit just up there around the corner. Now I've come back off that spit, back up to this path. We're now fishing on big fjords. We've seen a lot of fish this morning, showing there some big fish as well. So no other option but to move. Put the effort in, hopefully will repay you. You can see we're well off the water up here. A steep bank that side, but keep walking along this path. Wild and wonderful. Can't beat it. Got to travel light on waters like this. Sea fish, you've got to move, they will not come to you. Well, not unless you're very lucky. Very rich water. Don't really need bait, so here we are. This is my new swim. Ivy down there. Ivy down there, bit of a hole. Well above the water. Take it down the steps. Right, so this is big fjords. There was over there on that causeway, bit of a spit there, where them reeds are, that big reed bed over there. That's pretty much where I was when I was fishing to the back of this bar over here, and I did see a few fish over there. I was getting a few liners last night, but this morning the fish were showing where them snags are out there, sticking out the water. They were showing there, and yesterday there was a few fish showing there yesterday morning. I did contemplate moving, but they were showing right in the back of the snag, so I decided to stick out where I was. But they've been showing in the snags this morning and closer in, about sort of halfway to the snags, are right in open water and lots of fish. I didn't really have much choice but to move. Hopefully I haven't pushed them out of the area, and we'll get the same tomorrow morning, and I've got a chance of a bite with a bit of luck. That's a little look at where I've moved to. Come back out the water now. Back up these steps. Back to the bib area. Cheers, guys. Right guys, just a little update. Managed to get the rods out without too much disturbance. The fish have backed off me a little bit. They're back in the snags now. I've just got to hope they drift back out, and it gives me that opportunity of a bite either tonight or tomorrow morning. I could put a rod right tight in the snags, but I just don't see the point in putting a rod somewhere where you're very, very unlikely to land the fish. There's just no point in that to me. I'd rather not get the bite than lose one. It's just something worth thinking about when you approach a swim. What happens if I get a bite? It's no good once it's happened. And I always go on the premise that if I think they're going to make the snags, or I'm fishing too tight to snags, there's no point putting the bait there. I'd rather not hook it and lose it. If I hook a fish or I get a bite, I want to land it really. You won't get as many chances fishing that way, but it's the right way to fish. So hopefully I will get that opportunity. Until then, that's enough of me waffling on really, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers guys. Well guys, as the session draws to a close, I'll just take you back to yesterday evening and a magical moment for my first St. Ives carp. I can't begin to tell you how I feel. It's unbelievable. I'm on cloud 9 right now, and what a great way to get started. Have a fish so early on is just amazing, really. It's only my second trip down here on this particular lake, and the first trip I didn't really fish much. I spent more time trying to get to know the lake and plumb in and just find my way around and just take in the atmosphere, really. But so really this is my first proper session, and to start it with a 30-pound plus fish is just unreal. Can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds, to be honest. It's a magical place, and as I always say, effort equals reward, and I put in a lot of effort, a lot of hours driving up here. 7-hour round trip for me, all them hours up and down the motorway, and it's come good very, very early on. So as I said earlier, I'm very lucky in my angling. Just glad to share it with you guys. As most people would tell you that know me, I'm a pretty solitary creature. I keep myself to myself, so to share this with you is very nice indeed. But just let me know if you want me to continue doing these videos. Just leave a comment below the video in the comment section, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon. But that's enough of me dribbling on like I don't normally speak this much, but I just can't get over it. It's the buzz is unbelievable. What a place this is. Hopefully continue to fish it and continue to share these journeys for many years to come. But for now, I'll leave you with that capture. Until next time, I hope you all get out and enjoy some fishing. It's tight lines for me. I'll catch you guys later. Cheers guys. £32, 4 ounces. My first St. Ives carp in big fjords, and I am one very, very happy angler. I just cannot say to you what this means to me. All them years reading about this place, and finally I got my hands on one of these absolute beauties. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. Take a look at the other side. Not very happy, this fish, but tactics are working, so that gives me more confidence for the future. The move paid off and everything's coming together. Brilliant. Get in!